big on this guy, man. I was looking at his head and his arms and his hands. He's a big dude. And the thing about, heavyweights, anytime heavyweights get in there, interesting things happen.
Speaking of heavyweight, you look like you lost, 25 pounds? Look
down
good.
a little, yeah,
you got
thanks.
a six-pack working?
I don't know about that, but I'm down I'm about 197 now.
Very nice.
From 215.
How much did it stress you out that Mark Hunt had those troubles, and how prepared were you to give Junior another fight or shelve him for a couple weeks?
I mean, to say we weren't stressed would be ridiculous, but, we had thank God he was coming in 3 weeks early, and it wasn't anything bad. It was that he used the wrong passport. His passport that he uses was down in Australia with his wife, so she had to ship him. So when he used the other passport, he filled out a tourist visa. So with the Boston bombings, it's crazy getting in this country right now. And what just happened in London, I'm sure it's going to be even. I mean, it's getting crazier and crazier to travel now. So that's something that's definitely going to be on our radar moving forward, getting guys into the country, making sure that our team is on it anyway, but the more this horrible type of shit keeps happening, the worse it's going to get.
And especially, I would think you're doing more international shows. Is that going to work in the opposite with the United States? U.S. fighters going other places too?
I don't know. I guarantee it's going to be tougher to get into London now, and England, but I don't, we'll see what happens. But we have a really, really good team that works on that. I mean, our stuff goes pretty smooth usually. I was confident he was going to get in.
You brought up Boston really quick, and I just want to touch. We talked in the Bay Area, the UFC on Fox. You mentioned that you were going to go to Boston. Just wondering if you did that and how it went.
I did, and it was great. It was good. It was a great trip.
Care to elaborate a little more, or just?
I underestimated how how messed up people were there still, and I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. But I got to drop off some money. That's what I went there to do.
How did you see Vitor's Belfort performance in Brazil?
What's that?
How did you see Vitor's performance in Brazil? And is he now a contender?
Yeah, I mean, Vitor looked great. I mean, spinning back kick, he looked awesome.
Is he a top contender now?
He is.
And his performance was kind of overshadowed by the TRT situation.
Right.
Is he gonna? Do you think that he's gonna fight even on TRT?
Listen, the whole TRT thing with Vitor has become just this huge. Just people going after Vitor Belfort is what they're doing. There's guys in here that are on TRT. TRT is legal. Everybody knows that. And Vitor Belfort was tested leading all the way up to that fight. He was tested during the fight, and we're waiting for those results to come back. And I'm positive he's going to be fine.
People are talking about the commissions in other countries. For example, in Brazil,
right.
The commission is pretty brand new and
Well, it's not brand new. What's happening is it's the same commission that stopped Gustafsson from fighting with that cut in Sweden. Same exact commission.
But they're talking Belfort's doctor is on the board of the commission.
That's all conspiracy bullshit. Vitor Belfort followed the rules. He did everything that he was supposed to do. I'm not a fan of TRT. I don't like it, but it's legal right now.
Did you guys test him in addition to the commission, though? Because it sounded like you didn't. I remember you saying, we're going to test the shit out of guys.
Vitor was tested. Vitor was tested leading up to that fight. And believe me, you guys know how Vitor is. Vitor doesn't want this, he's aggravated and pissed off about it. Right, John? Yeah. He's aggravated and pissed off about this stuff. He doesn't want his name to be smeared, I don't like TRT. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it at all. And I said, a while ago, these guys were going to be tested. And Vitor was tested. And Vitor followed the rules and did what he was supposed to do.
Would you
present a
prefer
problem though? Where are you gonna put him on a card? What place? Because some places like Nevada said that they might have a problem licensing him.
Why would Nevada have a problem?
Well, they said because he was busted before.
Yeah, but he's on TRT. It's not that they're going to have a problem licensing him. They're going to put him. They're going to rake him over the coals, is what they'll do.
Well, they said they might not give him an exemption for the TRTs.
Why wouldn't they give him an exemption?
Because of his past use, which could be.
Well, that's up to them. They'll have to go and do a hearing or however they want to do it. But the times that we've done it, he's followed. We're not keeping Vitor out of fighting from anywhere. We had Vitor fight in Brazil because Vitor sells out in Brazil.
So if
it's all.